Welcome to my Sitecore Diaries, your ultimate guide to digital experience excellence. I'm your host Jitendra Ghanekar. I'm in Sitecore Technology MVP 2024. I'm Sitecore certified and XM Cloud certified developer. So today's video is from the series Sitecore SXA, and today we are going to see grid layout and grid system. Let's see what's inside in this video. First of all, we will see what is grid and what are the different default grids available in Sitecore SXA. Then we will see how to configure different grid for the different devices. We will see what is grid definition, and at the end we will see how we can add our own grid, own custom grid. But before moving ahead on this video, let me request you, if you are not subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing to the channel and click on a notification bell to get a latest update. If you like the video, please click on like button and do share this video with your friends and colleagues. Do provide your feedback and the questions via the comment. So let's start today's topic. So let's see what is grid layout and grid system. What is grid layout in SXA? Grid layout is a feature in SXA that allows developers and content authors to define the structure of pages using a grid system. So grid layout is a feature provided by the SXA which allows the designer or a developers or content author to define the structure of the page. So what do you mean structure of the page? So once you see your wireframe, the layout, you might be having the one column structure, one column 3 row structure, two column 3 row structure, something like that. So that is your layout. So this is a feature where it is allow you to define the structure. This system divides the page into rows and columns. As I said, you first of all you see your wireframe and you will see what are the number of rows and number of columns. Make it easier to manage and organize content in the structured way. And what is a grid system in SXA? A grid system is a library of HTML, CSS component that let you structure a website easily. Grid system helps you to create a responsive website that have consistent design and ensure a cross browser supports. So grid system is a HTML CSS component library which allows you to build your layout in a responsive manner and also to support the cross browser support. Now what is the default grid in the SXA? So when you create the SXA website, you will see the default grids like Bootstrap, you have Bootstrap 3, 4, 5. So it is a responsive mobile first grid system with a 12 column layout that includes the predefined classes. So it is a default grid system which is responsive, which is using a Bootstrap, okay, mobile first grid system, okay, with the 12 column layout, okay, and it contains the predefined classes. What does it contains? What are the devices it supports? Phones, tablets, desktop, and large desktop. Then you have a foundation. It is again the responsive mobile first grid system, 12 column flexible grid that can scale out to an arbitrary size. So what are those sizes? Small size, medium size, large size, okay. And then we have a grid 960, which is again 12 column grid based on the width of a 960 pixel, and it supports size, prefix, suffix. So these are the three default grid system SXA. Once you create the grid, okay, once you create the SXA site and you go to the grid, you have this option where you can select there are three Bootstrap grids are available, 3, 4, 5. Then you have a foundation grid, then you have a grid 960. So let's see how you can configure the devices, different devices at different grids. So if you want to see what are the different what are the grids which is available with your website, you have to go to this folder settings, Sitecore content tenant site score settings. So basically, if this is your website, then you have to go to the setting folder, and in the setting folder you will have a grid section. Okay, this grid section, which is basically once when you create it, it will be have a default one. Then if you want to make a changes, like you want a different grid for mobile, different grid for print, different grid for feed and JSON, then you have to create those rows. Okay, like here you see mobile 960 grid 960, print, foundation, feed, bootstrap 5, JSON grid 960. So that kind of a mapping you have to do in your website. So this, it is available in your setting folder. It is important to be aware that changing the grid system after you create your site requires many manual changes because of the reference on your pages to the previous grid system. Making a change to the grid system will break your layout. Okay, so if you are giving XM Cloud certification, this is one of the questions which you will get. So it is important to be aware that if you are changing your grid system, so first of all it's a bootstrap 5 and then you are changing a grid 916, then there are many manual changes which you have to do it to adjust your component on your page, otherwise your layout will break. So be careful to selecting the grid at the start of your project only. Now what is grid definition? So grid definition is basically how your grid is structure. So you will find that grid definition in Sitecore system settings and feature folder here. So like bootstrap 3, bootstrap 5, bootstrap 4, grid 90, so those will come, and it will have the different settings which we will see soon. We will see exactly in the site only what are the things which is available, but there is a grid definition where you will have complete definition defined in your Sitecore feature or Sitecore system settings features. Okay, the grid definition item include all grid system specific items that a content editor can use in the experience editor. We will see what are there in the grid definition. So another thing in the grid definition, if you go to the Sitecore media library feature experience editor Accelerator, in that you will have a grid system definition, fonts and styles. Okay, so here if you see bootstrap 3, so bootstrap 3 is fonts and style. So there is a media folder here where it is style sheet is attached. Okay, so if you want to change it, you can change that style sheet from here. So grid definition item include all grid system specific items that a content editor can use in the experience editor. Okay, so grid definition is a very important thing because that is where how your grid will work with defined. Okay, so first of all you will have a grid definition, complete definition in your setting folder, system setting folder. Okay, and then all the fonts and style sheet will be in the media folder. Okay, so let's see in our website only how it looks. Okay, let's see how we can use grid system, or how where we can change the configuration of the grid system. So I have logged in Sitecore. So you can set up a grid once when you create a site. So I'm just adding a site folder. When you add a site, you will get a grid system here. You can select a grid, which grid system you want to use it. Okay, if you want to change that grid system after creation of a site, you have to go to the site setting folder, and in the setting you will have grid. So right now if you see default is a foundation, I can change it to bootstrap. And if you want to configure different devices like mobile, I can set up any other configuration. So this is how you can change the grid mapping. Okay, we have talked about the grid definition item. Okay, that you can find in settings, features, experience accelerator, and these are the grid setting item. You see here bootstrap, and if I select the bootstrap 5 grid definition, it is named, it is given. Then you will have a field type. Okay, there are basic and the advanced layout. So how you want to set the size, like for compact phone, phones, tablet, what size you want to fill, that you can give here. Okay, in the advanced you can set order, offset, component alignment, and the display. So how you want to set up for the compact phones, the component should be aligned left, center, right. Also display, if you want to display some it or not. Okay, that you can set up here. Then you have a grid theme. So grid theme, media library, feature, expense accelerator, bootstrap 5. So here is the your theme, complete theme is available in this path. Then you have field parse type, and then the view path. So this is the view path for the your bootstrap 5. Okay, then there are other placeholder style and other things are there. Okay, so this is how your this is your grid definition. Okay, in the compact phones, okay, you will have a size, order, offset, component, all those things are here. Okay, so everything is set up here in the definition item. And in the media library, we go to the feature, experience, accelerator, you will have this. If I go to the bootstrap 5, if you want to add any new base theme, you can add it here. Then here is your styles. Okay, bootstrap main and bootstrap styles are uploaded here, media files. Okay, you can see for every grid you will have this here. You can even download this and see. So this is your CSS for the grid. Okay, here you can see. Okay, so this is where your grids are set up. Okay, if you want to add a custom grid, we will see how it can be done later in this video. Okay, so this is what how the grid systems are available in the SXA by default. Now if you want to add your own grid, how can you do that? Okay, so there are three steps which you need to follow. First thing is you have to create your custom grid definition. And how you can do it? First you have to go to the container editor in Sitecore, and now we have seen Sitecore system settings, foundation, experience editor. You have a grid setting path. Okay, you can duplicate any existing grid definition to use, like you can make a bootstrap 4 to bootstrap 5, 6, 7, whatever, you can duplicate it. The second thing is you define your custom grid. Okay, so then you rename your duplicated grid to reflect your custom grid name. Okay, then update the grid classes to match your custom grid system. So you have to match the classes what you want to create. Okay, then define the breakpoints and columns as per your grid requirement. Okay, so you have to define that. So first duplicate it, then redefine all your custom needs into that newly created grid, and at the end you update your fonts and style sheet which we have seen in the media library. Okay, so that way it means your front end team will develop this and upload those fonts and style sheet. So this is how you can add the custom grid. Also you will add the font files and the style sheet in the media library experience accelerator. All right, we are done for today. It's a very small topic and is more related to front end. You might, as a Sitecore developer, you may not be work on it, but it is good to know about this, because this is one of the feature which Sitecore SXA provides. So if you like the video, please click on the like button, to share this with your friends and colleagues, and do consider subscribing to the our channel My Sitecore Diaries if you are already not subscribed, and do click on the notification bell to get a latest update. Thank you. Thanks for watching. We will meet you in the next video.